Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dog Pound Pod. Joining me as always, co-host Mr. Cam chasing himself. How you doing?
Yes, sir, my guy. How you doing, Derek?
Hey, I'm doing all right after the third time of recording this stupid intro. But yeah. So anyway, I saw you got a tattoo. What's up with that? Let me see it.
Yeah, man.
Show the people.
It's actually it's not that bad. It's pretty cool.
You don't
Just a
have a
little
bag on it? When
painful.
did you get it?
I got it on a Saturday.
Oh, so you've
Um,
had it for a while.
yeah. So told me I could let it breathe. I only had to wear the bandages for an hour. But
Did it hurt?
the little coloring part definitely did, and I think I'm okay with tattoos now. So I think I'll
Hey,
just be okay with one.
you said you will be okay with one or no?
Yeah, I think I'm fine. You know,
Hey, I
as
don't
long as
know.
it
That's my worry. I feel like if I get one, I'm just gonna be covered in them.
really, to be honest, it really doesn't hurt unless you're like getting like it shaded in.
Mm,
The rest of it, like the drawing of it and stuff, that stuff was smooth for real.
nice.
Yeah.
I've
So
always
guys, if
wondered.
if you if you guys are thinking about getting one, it's actually not that bad as you think it is.
All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like my mom's gonna kill me if I get one. So I don't know. I might have to pull. I might have to wait
Yeah,
it out.
I think I might get one more though.
What's
I think
next?
I'm gonna get a block Ohio State O right here.
No, you know what
Give
you
me a little
need.
belief.
You know what you need. You need to get my face right on your shoulder. I'm just kidding.
The
Anyways,
ES
so
Sport.
yeah, exactly. My ugly mug right on your shoulder. Anyway, so we're here to talk Browns today, as always. We haven't done one of these in a while. So much that I forgot the intro, like literally. But anyway, so we're gonna get into this. We're gonna start off talking about the Browns' schedule. So the Browns have a tough schedule. I believe it's like the ninth hardest in the NFL, if I'm correct. Um, but it's not as bad as like the Steelers or the Ravens. I believe the Ravens is second hardest, Steelers first
The
hardest.
Ravens schedule is pretty tough.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go right down the list and basically give thoughts on the game, prediction. Not as early, so I'm putting a disclaimer on my picks here. It can change, so don't come crying to us if you say, "Oh man, you said we were gonna win this game and we lose." So I mean, things change. We got a lot to figure out here. I mean, Deshaun Watson might play, he might not. Aaron Rodgers might play, might not. So that all obviously factors in. So let's start off game one against the Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City, playoff rematch. The Browns end in Kansas City and start in Kansas City. What do you think about this game?
To be honest, I think this game would be a little bit like the Steelers playoff game. Browns coming out, they got to prove something. So I think we'll come out hungry, and I think we'll walk out with the win. Because the chip on their shoulder from last year. Couple bad calls. Some injuries as well. So I think we'll come out. I think we'll come out of Kansas City with a win. How about you, Derek?
I don't think we're gonna win, but I think we're gonna be really competitive. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not
Yeah,
asking for you to beat KC week one. I'm just asking for you to be competitive. I think we're going to, and I think we're gonna surprise a lot of people. Like I've seen Steelers fans who are like, oh well, great. Browns get to get their butts kicked week one. Ha ha ha. Like, no, you're gonna be surprised. Like the Browns are gonna hold their own. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's going to be a really hard fought game, but I do think the Chiefs are going to have the edge just because of how young the Browns defense is and inexperienced and how experienced the Chiefs offense is.
yeah,
So
definitely.
it's going to be interesting. This next game, Texans Browns. I'm just going to assume right now that Tyrod Taylor is going to be the starter. You think that's right?
Um, I really don't see Deshaun Watson playing.
I don't either.
So yeah, I will assume Tyrod. Yeah,
I assume you got us winning. Am I correct?
definitely, definitely.
Bro, this should be the game where the Browns flex their muscles. Like, if you want to see Anthony Schwartz, like, get him on the field, see what he can do in space, this is the game to do it. 100%. Browns should be able to dominate this game, honestly. And I'm not even just saying that, like, being a fan, but this Texans are going to be really bad this year. So
Yeah.
we both got them winning. That's a one
Yes,
o'clock
sir.
game. So 1-1 heading into week 3 against the Chicago Bears. What do you think about this one?
I think the Bears are kind of be a surprising. I think the Bears will be kind of tough, but I think the Browns will take care of business.
Yeah. Do you think Justin Fields is starting by week 3?
Um, Probably say I'll probably give them at least week 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know cuz everybody says, "Oh, with
Who
the
else they got?
coach."
They got Foles down there, and who else? Somebody else?
Yeah, Andy Dalton.
Oh, Dalton still got good football left in him. I
It's
think
not what
Dalton still
Bears
got.
fans think.
I think Dalton still got a little left in the tank.
Yeah.
You got to realize Dalton really wasn't that bad in Cincinnati. They just didn't have the pieces around him
Yeah,
that
definitely
last go
not.
around.
Yeah, I think the Browns are going to win this game, but it's going to be harder, you know what I mean? It's not going to be a walk in the park.
Oh yeah,
If
definitely not.
if Justin Fields is playing, I still like the Browns' chances of winning, but I think that dual threat, it's base. I heard somebody say, I can't remember who. It's like playing Lamar Jackson except he can actually throw. So, yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be a
definitely.
hard game. That'll be a hard one. So, next one. One it's basically the same team playing each other, just one is way better. The Browns play the Vikings. What do you think about this?
Oh, I think the I think the Browns will handle business against the Vikings. I mean, no shot to the Vikings. A great organization, great coaching staff, and they got some names on that team. I think of Thielen, and Kirk Cousins is a. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of praise, but Kirk Cousins is actually a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He can get the job done basically.
Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins is a little
His
bit
stats,
better
to
than
be
Jimmy
honest,
G.
his stats his stats are unbelievable if you look at the stats.
Yeah, you definitely don't expect the stats out of him, but
Yeah,
they're
you
pretty
definitely
all
don't.
right. Yeah, I think the Browns win that game. This is the interesting one. Browns Chargers. What do you think about this one?
Um, think that'd be a good test for our offense because the Chargers have a pretty good defensive front with Boza. And did they bring back Ingram?
No, I think he's still free agent.
Okay, but they still have a pretty good defensive line. And I think that'd be a pretty. I think that'd be a pretty interesting game. The Chargers have Allen on offense. They got some weapons. So I think that'd be a pretty good game. For us to see what we got and young players and you know what you think. What are your thoughts, Derek?
Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to be a sneaky, really good team. It's going to be hard for them because of their division, especially if Denver gets Rodgers. That division is going to be insane. But I think the Chargers are going to be really good. I'm I'm going to mark this down as a loss. I think this is going to be one of those games where it's like it could go either way, and you got to put some L's on the board, and I think that could be one of them. So you said it's going to be a win, right?
I think we could pull off on the Chargers.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go the
I'm
opposite.
thinking like mostly I'm thinking the game. Mostly I see us like losing division opponents. Lose
Yeah,
to Pittsburgh once, lose to Baltimore once. Cincinnati may sneak a game in there.
yeah, for
Um,
sure, for
and
sure.
we still got other good football teams we have to play coming down the schedule.
Yeah, next one, Cardinals. What do you think about this one?
Um, I think we could take the Cardinals as a loss.
Really? I got the Cardinals as a win. I cannot wait for this game.
You do?
I can't wait for this game. You remember that last time we played the Cardinals?
They completely embarrassed us.
That was the worst game I think I've ever watched. Like,
Mm,
we give up is an
Cardinals were
understatement.
Cardinals were a 3-win team, I want to say.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible. Freddie Kitchen days, man. That's
Yeah, some hard
oh.
football to watch.
I'm gonna say it's a W. I know they got a ton of good players, but man, their offensive line still sucks. Kyler Murray's still gonna have pressure in his face, and with the Browns adding Jadeveon Clowney and everybody we did, I think the Browns could really frustrate Kyler Murray there. So I got the Browns winning this one. Denver Broncos, prime
That's
time.
a, that's a tricky game right there.
Is Aaron Rodgers going to be their quarterback?
Um, Lord knows.
That's why I said we can change these picks. As is, though, I think that's a win for us, right? Don't you think?
Certainly, but you can't sleep on Denver. Defensive wise. But they got a couple good pieces on offense. Cortland Sutton and
Jerry Judy
they
year
need to.
two could be
Yeah,
interesting.
definitely. Yeah, and I think they. I mean, the quarterback situation could kind of be a little tricky too.
Yeah, that running back they just got from North Carolina, Williams, I think, he's a beast. He had Nick Chubb comparisons. Have you seen his film?
Wow, I did not have not.
Go check him out, bro. He's I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be Nick Chubb, but there's definitely similar traits between them two. So yeah, I have that as a win. Next game, the Browns play the Steelers for the first time.
Um, I kind of think I think I'll take that as an L. You know,
Is this one at Pittsburgh? No, it's at Cleveland. Okay.
Halloween.
No, is it October 31st? Is that Halloween? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we'll take an L this game. Steelers play. We know the Steelers, man. They play their best football at the beginning of the season, and you definitely know they have a chip on their shoulder coming back after that playoff loss. So I'll take Pittsburgh as an L first matchup.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say L2. I think we're going to split with them, but I do think it's not going to be
Competitive
like the
though.
first time. It's not going to be
No,
like the
no,
first time we played them.
it'll definitely be competitive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Browns played the Bengals first time.
Think the Browns handle business.
Yep, I do too. Just because the whole Joe Burrow
Coming off
thing
a
coming
yeah,
back. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Next, the Browns play the Patriots. What do you think about this?
That game is really interesting. The Patriots signed a lot of free agents. They addressed the quarterback situation with drafting Mac Jones as well, but they also have Cam Newton. But I mean, I think that'd be a tough one.
Win or loss? Got to give me one.
I think we'll pull it out in overtime.
All right, I'm gonna say win too. Next game should be the easiest game of the year. The Browns play the Lions. Win, win,
Blowout.
win. Yeah.
Blowout.
Next, the Browns play the Baltimore Ravens for the first time. This is
Um,
prime time, by the way,
okay. I think
at Ravens.
I'll take that as an L.
Yeah, I'll say L two.
Then
Next
we
time,
gotta play them right again.
yep, very next week, the Browns play the Ravens, and the Ravens play the Steelers. So keep that in mind. Um, I'm taking a W for this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we'll definitely be fired up for the second time around, and we'll take care of business.
Then the next one, the Browns play the Raiders. What do you think?
That game is another tricky game. Where is it at?
It's where is it at? It's at Browns.
Mm, that game's tricky. You know. Um, I think I'll take that as a W.
Yeah, I'm gonna say W two. I think just because of how the Raiders are later in the season, like when we played them, they were like random hot moment, like when they beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I'm gonna have that as a W. Christmas, Browns play the Packers.
Ooh. I think the Browns will handle business. I think we'll win that game.
I
Just because
agree because I think we're gonna.
Packers got a lot of question marks over their head right now. So I think Browns will take care of business.
I agree. I think we're gonna be playing Jordan Love. So yeah, I'm gonna mark that as a W. Browns play the Steelers prime time in Cleveland, I think. No, at
At
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. Ooh, be very competitive.
You said loss for the first one, right?
Yeah, I think we'll go on Hines and win.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same. You know what this is? This is gonna be trauma from the playoff game last year, prime time at Pittsburgh. We're gonna walk in and win. And then we end the season playing the Bengals at Browns. I'm gonna say win, just because I
Yeah,
think the Bengals.
Bengals will probably be they probably have given up for the season.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be decent. Like I think they could go 500, or well, they can't go 500 anymore, but near 500. But I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. You know what I mean? I don't think they're really going to be competing for a playoff spot. So yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of motivation there at the end. So yeah, I'm going to say win too. So let's see. I think I said 15 or 14-3. I think that's what I said.
Yeah,
You agree with that? You think that's about right? 14-3,
yeah,
15-2, something like that.
yeah.
I don't know, man. This schedule,
It's kind of up and down, iffy.
it is because
You,
there's so
you
many
you don't know what to
questions.
yeah you don't know what to expect.
I'm I find it funny though, the 1 year that a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers could be traded, we have to play either the team that he will be on or another team that could likely get him. It's like talk about
Yeah,
unlucky. So anyway, that's it for the schedule. We'll see. Like I said, it's early, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so let's jump into some position battles here. There's a couple positions on this team that could be really competitive, honestly. And I know we were talking a little bit earlier. Let's start off with linebacker. This is the one that everybody's
that's
talking
gonna be
about.
that's gonna be an interesting room to watch during the training camp. As we all know, Joe Wood's defense really doesn't play a lot of linebackers, so we're not gonna be keeping a lot of linebackers, you know. So my the guys I think that'll have a spot on the team will probably be Jeremiah, of course, Jacob Phillips. We got Walker, and I think we'll keep one more.
Fields.
And yeah,
Well, wait a minute. Taki, too. Did you put Taki
well,
down?
yeah.
Ew.
So we might I see we got Phillips, Jeremiah, Sione, and it's like Walker. So I think we'll keep four linebackers.
Four. I think, man, I don't know.
They
I
could
feel
end
like
up
we're
keeping
going to.
all of them though from the special teams as well too.
Yeah, that's why I think Fields is going to make it too. I feel like they'll have five just because of Fields.
You think? What do you think about Mac Wilson?
I think he's gone. I think
That's what
either
I'm saying.
he's gone or he's going to surprise everybody and be like starter level good. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like there's an in between. Either he's going to be like horrible or he's going to be like super really good, you know? Because last year, remember when he got hurt, everybody was like, oh my gosh, if we can just get Mac Wilson back, we'll be set. Yeah, that turned out great. But yeah. So linebacker, I think it's Mac Wilson's time to either prove it or he's out the door. I think it's that simple, honestly.
Yep.
Um, Next one, corner. This is it's not necessarily about who's gonna make the team, it's what's the order gonna be.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a position that you need depth at, and we've seen that last year.
Yeah, I think for sure obviously Denzel's gonna start. I think Newsom's gonna start as your outside guy, and I think Troy's gonna be your starter at your nickel. Behind that, is Greedy gonna be the next man?
Most likely, yeah.
I think so too. So that would put Greedy as your fourth corner, which is not bad, depending on if he's gonna be healthy or not. But MJ Stewart's back, right? They
Yeah.
brought him back.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Do you think AJ Green's going to make the roster? You know who I'm talking? You know
Oh,
AJ
oh
Green?
yeah. I don't think so.
No, I think he will. Man, I would almost keep him around over MJ. To be honest, I just think he's got a lot of potential. But um, so yeah, and then wide receiver. What do you think when it comes to the end of the wide receiver room? You're looking at um, Cordero Hodge and Anthony Schwartz. Do you think there's any chance that Cordero Hodge makes the team?
Uh, Only way I see it is his special teams ability.
Yeah, but will they keep him around on special
I
teams?
mean, you kind of low key kind of gotta look at it. There's no more Tavier Thomas, so who's gonna be your
Hmm.
special teams ace down there with experience as well?
Yeah, yeah, that's the only way I see him making it though. Because I don't think they're gonna have a bunch of receivers. Do you?
Uh, you never know, cause what COVID did. You kind of gotta prepare for the worst. You really don't know what's gonna happen. So I
Was he on
think
the practice squad at all last year?
who?
Kadero Hodge.
No, he was on a full 50
He
man
was
roster.
always on the roster.
Yeah,
I don't know
he had a
because
he had a couple good plays last year.
yeah, I think if he goes to the practice squad, he's going to get picked up. That's the only problem, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, there's some key positions to really pay attention to for the Browns. Um, Getting into this, so we wanted to talk about how Kevin Stefanski and Alex Van Pelt can change the offense. What do you think? Because everybody focused on the defense this year, everybody's forgetting about the offense. What can the Browns do different to kind of catch opponents off guard and change up the offense from what we know right now?
Something that I really noticed and really think that can get teams off guards is empty backfield. Having backs on the field, but then emptying that backfield out.
Yeah.
You know how we see Kareem Hunt in the backfield and we motion him to be a receiver. That's what I think we can really use to our advantage, and that can really take this offense to the next level.
I'm waiting for two running backs on the field at the same time. Like, man,
I
Freddie,
thought we were going. Yeah, I thought we were going to see that last year, but yeah, we've seen it sometimes, but not as much as we thought.
no, Freddie Kitchens and somebody, I forget who it was. Sorry, I don't remember your name, but anyway, shout out to you. Said the reason why they're not going to do that is because of injury. If you have two of them on the field, it's more likely to get injured. Or one of them's more likely to get injured. But I mean, the thing with Freddie Kitchens was that was so good. Like as horrible as Freddie was, it seemed like he knew how to use them both in a way that was effective. And I just feel like with this offense, and if especially if OBJ can be good, you know what I mean, be like what we thought, the both of them together, everybody's gonna be thinking run, and then all of a sudden you pull the trigger and somebody's wide open. So, I mean, I think there's plenty of different ways the Browns can go as far as like changing up the offense and whatnot, but it just depends because, man, I everybody is forgetting
If you
about
look at the tape,
OBJ
yeah, if you look at the tape last year, the Browns ran a lot of 12 personnel with two tight ends and one running back. Um, I really, to be honest, Derek, I want to see a little bit of more 21 personnel. Two backs out there.
for sure. And guy everybody's forgetting about, bro, Harrison Bryant.
Yeah,
Harrison Bryant might be good this year. He might be really good this year.
Harrison Bryant had a fantastic rookie season, in my opinion. He kind of got down a little at towards the end of the season. After that Oakland game, he had those costly fumbles.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when his game really started to deteriorate a little towards the end of the season. So I think Bryant will come back. Second year, man. I think he'll have a better understanding of the playbook and more confidence.
I think he's got a lot of potential. I just think he needs to put on some size, which sounds like what he's doing. Like I heard he's really hitting the gym hard this off season. So I mean, long term, he could be our guy. Um,
And I seen a scenario today about I was looking at it on Twitter today about Njoku being all in. What do they do with Njoku's contract? Do they cut Hooper and bring Njoku back? I
mhm.
was reading about that today. So yeah, interesting scenarios for the Browns in that tight end room.
Yeah, for sure. I think all of them are going to get playing time, just like last year. I don't understand why they don't use Njoku as like a bigger DK Metcalf,
That's what I was about to say. Put him out there on a one-on-one situation. Get him out there get him out there, spread
especially
him out.
like goal line stuff. I would have Njoku split out wide as a receiver. Like,
Yep,
even though he doesn't have the best hands, I mean, if you put him out wide like that and just said, hey, run a fade, because he's really good at
so
that
fast.
stuff. But, like, I mean, I feel like there's just so many different things they can do. Jet sweeps, right? We drafted Anthony Schwartz for a reason. And
Yep.
I feel like JoJo was supposed to be Anthony Schwartz last year, but he got hurt towards ACL or whatever.
I was watching some practice clips of JoJo. He posted on his story a couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and he looks pretty good running routes.
Does he? You think he makes the
Yeah.
team?
Um, that's really a hard. That's a question mark right there. I really don't know how to answer that. I mean, right now I'll probably say no, but then they did re-sign him, so it's kind of in between.
I could see. Well, I don't know, because he's a guy that if you let him go, or if you put him on the practice squad, I wouldn't be surprised if nobody picked him up, but I also wouldn't be surprised if somebody did pick him up. Like, he's good, but there's also some guys that are good that stay on the practice squad. So I really don't know what to think about with him, because I feel like, honestly, me personally, I feel like I was down on him a little bit last year just because I wanted to see DPJ on the field, even though he was not a great kick returner. I just wanted him on the field, period. And I think just because of that, I wasn't rooting for him to get hurt, obviously. Like, don't think I'm saying that, but I was just hoping to see DPJ a little bit more. And that obviously happened eventually, but I just don't know if he's going to be a guy that's going to make it. Could be, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think as far as the offensive line goes, you think they're going to have Hudson set to play backup at tackle, or do you think they're going to try to work him as a guard?
That's I was literally just I was watching Bill and the Browns yesterday, and I was watching Bill Callahan working with him, and I literally was just saying he looks like a guard.
You think he's going to play guard?
I'm
Or
not. There's no knock on Hudson, but I when I look at tackles, I think of height, and he's really not that tall. So
how tall is
he's
he?
got
Do you know?
no, let me see. But to me when he was working with Bill Callahan, he looks like a guard. But
Mhm.
I know he'll probably be playing both though.
Okay, so
I think he'll be like a better version of Chris Hubbard. You can plug him in different positions.
I think he's going to be a beast, dude. He's got so much potential. All right, he's 6'4", 311 pounds. Yeah. So
Didn't look that tall.
no.
You never on TV, guys don't really look. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Is this still recording? It just said I don't have space. Yeah, it's still recording. Okay. Um yeah, I was getting like chills seeing Bill Callahan working with him, dude, cuz I think he's got so much potential. But and Callahan's the guy who's going to be able to get it out of him. You know, if there's anybody who's going to do it, it's going to be
and
him.
Bill Callahan is a straight biblical beast,
Dude, and
just a straight monster.
you know what the funniest part is though? He's like, when you watch him, he's like this like quiet kind of he's just there,
Like,
older
yeah,
guy, but he gets coaching, and it's like, oh shoot, this guy knows what he's doing. But
it's like math when he explains stuff.
yeah, it's crazy because he's just like some coaches. Like, did you play football in high school or whatever?
Yeah.
So you know how there's like coaches are like so different. Like you have one coach who's like the guy who's just going to sit there and scream at you. And then you're going to have another coach who's going to explain things. That's Callahan. And then you have another coach who's the funny guy who's just there as an assistant. Like that's the guy I always got stuck with. That's why I sucked for the most part. But so yeah, I mean Callahan, he's the kind of coach that honestly every player should have at least once in their life. Somebody who's just going to sit there and train you and teach you and not just scream at you.
Yep.
So, but yeah. Well, anything else you want to talk about? I'm trying to think. Or any other ideas you had?
I really can't think of anything.
Trying to think. I don't know, people, dude. We're in the off season part where it's like we're just coming off of so much that we've already talked about that you can't keep talking about it and you don't want to
Oh,
keep talking
let's
about
tell
it.
the people, let's tell the people what we're gonna be have coming soon.
Oh
Really
yeah,
expand
so
with us.
well, I'll let you explain it. I'll let you explain it because it was your idea, really.
So basically, me and Derek, we've been talking for the last couple of days, wondering how like, we can really expand our show, to really like establish us as as a sports show. So basically, what we're gonna try to do is, we're gonna create our own Instagram page for our show. We can upload content daily for you guys, and basically, what we're gonna try to do is just grow this thing and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, for sure. I was talking to Cam. Um, I think he's gonna start his own channel here soon, hopefully, and we'll kick that up, get that going for sure. Um, so yeah, basically, we're just trying to expand and grow here. I mean, when I started this channel, I like I'm not even saying this for like sympathy. I'm just being honest. Like I got laughed at. People told me like you're not going to grow at all. Like it's just going to be embarrassing. And yeah, it was and it is sometimes, but I mean, I never could have imagined that we'd be I think what is it, 80 or 70 subscribers away from 2000. Like if you would have told me that when I started, I would have said you are lying and you're crazy. There's no way. So I mean, the growth that I've had, and then now having Cam on and as a regular, and then having getting the chance to talk with a bunch of people, it's really fun. Like the only reason I started this, and I don't think I've even said this on YouTube, but the only reason I started this is because I went to this thing, right, where at the Ohio State Fairground, you can meet players and stuff. Now you got to spend $50 billion to meet them, but you can go. And they had guys from 97.1 there. And basically, I was like, I knew who they were. And I was like, hey, I want to do this. I don't know what to do. Help. And the one I don't think he's there anymore. And the other guy was Dave Biddle, by the way. Everybody knows who Dave
Wow,
Biddle is. Yeah.
crazy.
At that time, I didn't really know a whole lot about him, but now thinking about it, it's like, man, that's pretty cool. I got to meet him. Um, but yeah, so he got to talking with me and he was like, dude, listen, who cares if nobody likes it, who cares if you have 2 views, 3 views, just start. Cause it's not about that. It's just about getting out somehow. And so my first video was a cringy $2 microphone, just like this. Well, not just like this, because this is high quality stuff, but
Exactly. Got quality.
just sitting here like this talking about Alabama versus Clemson, and Man, what it's evolved into is I honestly can't even like put it into words, man. I've never in a million years. And by the way, not even close to being done. Not even close. Like we're
No,
going to
it's
take this
good, man.
thing and strap
Ride
it
it
to
till
the
the wheels
moon.
fall off, man.
But just the fact that we're here at this point, I didn't think was possible. So, I mean, there's plenty of room to grow, and we're both gonna do big things. Um, I know Cam's going to college. I'm going to college soon. Never thought I'd be saying the Ohio State University for me, but man, God is good. That's all I could say. So,
Content, man. We'll still be making content,
yeah,
man.
we're still gonna be doing all this. In fact, that's probably gonna be like the only thing that keeps me sane through college is going to be doing this kind of stuff. But so, yeah, I mean, don't expect us to go away or anything like that. If anything else, it's the opposite. We're going to keep growing this thing. So,
And definitely,
um,
I'm thinking about maybe transferring to Ohio State after I do maybe a year or two at my school.
hey, I mean, well, you're going for baseball, right? You're playing
Yeah,
baseball there?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think,
So play a year or two, then transfer to Ohio State and just finish out educationally wise.
well, and even if you wanted to, you could go the Baker route and walk on.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
works. It works. I mean, it's proven now. But yeah, so I think that's it for us here. You can find me at DF Sports 4 on Twitter. I don't know why it's 4. I think I just need to change that and I haven't yet. But yeah. So where can they find you?
And you guys can find me on my sports page at Chasin Sports or my Instagram at Cam Chasin. You can
Mm,
find me on Twitter at Cameron Crawford.
yep. And be sure to subscribe and everything. And hope to have some more content out soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as interviews. I got a few different things. I have a few different ideas. So like I said, we hit this spot in the off season where it's like kind of a random time. So we'll definitely have a lot more coming. And yeah, so thank you all for watching.